Today we're going to be working on building some bunk beds for the bunkie. That's in my serious face. I built it upside down. Your mileage may vary. That was a silly mistake, Matthew. I learned this trick. It's a TikTok hack. The plan that I have in mind is it's going to have a top bunk, a single top bunk, and then the bottom is going to be a futon, like a sofa, so we can use it as a sofa during the day, and then pull it out into a double sleeping area at night. And I've just been measuring up the mattress that we got. We got a mattress, a futon mattress from IKEA, and so I've just been measuring that up, and the whole build in my head was based on the futon mattress being a 50-50 split. It's not. Let's just build it. Oh, thanks. That helps. Thank you. Good job. This area is now all clear, except for one dog. Paddy, come over here. Come. Paddy, come. Good boy. Now this area is all clear. Everything is stacked up there, nice and neatly, so that none of that should be in the way. I don't need any of that stuff. The basic concept for this bunk bed is we're going to have 4 posts, and then we're going to have a top bunk with slats on it that we're going to get a mattress to put on. If you've watched our other videos, you'll know I set myself these ridiculous timelines and get frustrated when they don't work out. My goal for today is to get the 4 posts up and the top bunk fabricated. And if I can do that, I think I'll be a happy chap. We were going to try and mill our own lumber to build the bunk bed. I thought that would be really cool. But after the last episode where it took me like literally half an hour. You okay, bud? It literally took me half an hour to do one cut. I tried a new supplier in town, and almost every piece is perfectly straight. But the other cool thing is that the pieces I got, some of them have live edge. Ooh, look at that one. So I'm going to use those on the outside facing edges so that it's going to look more rustic and less fabricated. These ones here are the ones that have a bit of a live edge and no print on them. These ones have a live edge and some print, and those have no live edge, so they'll be going at the back. They'll want a little bit of a sand just to remove the rough edge, to make it a little bit easier so you don't snag your clothing, things like that. That is coming off really well. Not a trace. Alright, I'm going to carry on sanding. Do you want to watch me do that? Alright. So basing these measurements on having a small tote at the bottom, a 2x6 base, then a mattress, then we have the kind of the area where you'll be sitting or laying, the actual bunk area. Then we have another base, another 2x6 in here for the base of the top bunk, mattress, and then that would be the space for the person on the top bunk. My thought process now is, do I cut these down, or is that going to look stupid? I just realized, and I'm really sorry, I'm using an LED light inside, and that's why you're seeing all these weird bars on the video. And I think it's because the GoPro, I have the refresh rate set at the same refresh rate as the LEDs. So I'm going to try and fix that. That's better. So as I was saying, do I cut this piece of wood down for the posts? I think I'm going to take 12 inches off that, I think. It might not look like much, but that is the sum of the last 2 hours work. So each of these uprights has been sanded. They've been cut to the 7-foot height. I need to figure out how deep they're going to be positioned. How's it going, guard dog Paddy? Anything to report? Good man. Which one should we use for the inside? Some of these I don't have to worry too much about getting them as smooth because they're going to be at the back underneath all the supports and everything, so they're more structural than anything else. Did we say 35? I should check. Should I do 35 and a half to give it a little bit of breathing room? No, it's not 35. It's 38. 38, but then minus the 2 edge pieces puts it at 35. The bottom, the bottom supports, lateral supports, are going to need to be a little bit longer so that they can support the drawer slides. All right, we now have our cross braces. That one goes on that side. That one goes on that side. So we can now assemble the 2 end pieces. For the cross braces, or for the main long, I don't even know what these things are called. For the long bits of the bed, of the bunk bed, it's only 11:30. For the other bits, I'm going to do those at 76 inches. The mattress is going to be 75. I'm going to do them at 76 just to give us a bit of play. The ones on the bottom, we want one at 76. Oh, but then is that going to account for the width? Let me lay this out. Wants to be 38. 17 and a half. There. Let's pretend that's the long one. The long one's going to go there. So we have one here, one here. Now this end is actually going to be flush. So if I want it 75 feet, 75 feet? No, 75 inches wide. That doesn't look enough space to sit. I don't have very many tall friends, so they can sit on a beanbag or something. See, Dad, you thought I was going to screw right through into my vinyl floor, didn't you? Again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just secure this with a couple of screws, then we're going to flip it over and we're going to put some bolts through. And then I'm going to spray the bolts black. And it's going to look absolutely amazing. Perfect. I love that. Yeah, I picked up some black construction nails. I'm sure they have a special purpose for being black, but I figured these would look nicer for any exposed screws. How is that an entire inch out? The reason I thought I was out was a stupid mistake, But across the bottom piece, we actually have it going flush, so it's an extra inch to the edge, extra inch and a half to the edge. This one is not. So if I measure the diagonal of there to there, and there to there, of course it's going to be out. That was a silly mistake, Matthew. We're going to put some bolts through from the other side to secure it in place. And then do another one. Let's do the other one. No, let's flip this over and put the bolts in first. Then we know it's done. Finish one job first. That's what my dad always used to say. My dad used to say a lot of things. Most of them good and inspiring. Safety first, people. I was expecting to have my other drill bits so that I could countersink these in. And I do not, because I left all my drill bits at home. Which means I have to go to town. I don't want to go to town. Back from town with some longer bolts. There's a lot of decision making that went into that, but we're just going to say longer bolts. Okay. Oh no, are these too long? They're going to be just right. Just right. Now we're going to do 3 bolts. What bolt pattern shall I use? 1, 2, 3. I wonder if the bunky walls are a bit wavy. No, bunky's perfect. It's like 0.5 millimeter out on the floor. I'm now second guessing myself, as in the height of the ground bunk, on the base bunk. Looks a little high. And if I pretend to sit on it, I'm going to get Mouse a pair of steps just to get one thing. What do you think? We could take a couple of inches off the bottom. That would mean that the totes wouldn't fit underneath it though. Wait a minute. That's all wrong. This. That works. I built it the wrong way around. Damn! I built it upside down! So the best way to fix this is probably just going to take off 3 inches from the bottom. Bloody hell. Alright, so I've just trimmed off the bottom few inches. Meanwhile, I'm going to see if I can spray the bolts with some black paint so it look a bit sexier. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm going to get the rest of those sprayed up. Status update. It has been a day fraught with unique challenges, but we're getting there. I've got the bolts have been sprayed black, and I'm just waiting for those to dry. You're probably wondering why I didn't spray them before I put them on, and I have a very good excuse for that. My thought was if I spray them before I put them on, the impact driver or the socket would actually cause some of the paint to chip off, and then I have to touch them up again afterwards anyway. Luckily, I only have to do this side. The other side is going to be against the wall, so you won't see it. But I think it's about 2 o'clock or 2:30, and I think I'm a little bit behind my arbitrary schedule. because I still have to get the other side assembled and some of the other pieces cut. So I should probably stop talking to you guys and get on with it. Oh, and to top it all off, you may be able to hear the generator in the background. I put the Bluetti onto solar charge and it went from 86% to 84%. So I don't know if I was charging the sun up or I was somehow contributing back, but I need to get my batteries charged. You're all tangled up again. You gotta go. There you go. I would let him roam free, but he has a tendency of not coming back. Alright. Close enough. Spot on. I'll go this way. Yeah, bubble in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little bit dark down there. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, perfect. We did 2.5. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check the diagonals on this. I should probably do that before I screw these in. Let's do that now, before I regret it later. Let's put you guys over here. 58.5, 58. Another, a little bit over. It's close enough for me. I know. When did close enough for me become better than perfect? See, I've got that one that I want to use for the back piece. I think that one should be good as it is. Maybe just give it a clean up on the edge here. Let's use that one. No, let's use this one because I don't want to deal with that. So, super good job. I just double checked this before I cut them. I was going to do the length of the bunk bed at 76 inches, based on the fact that a normal twin is 75. The mattress we got from IKEA is 78.75. So I think in that case we should make it I've got to account for the top bunk is gonna be a little bit short, but if I do 80 I know it's gonna fit. 80 inches. Next up, oh god, it's dark in here. Holy moly. Let's try that. What's that? Can you see? Do you see? Do you see? There we go. Okay, so the next challenging bit is going to be holding these pieces in place while I bolt them in. This is going to take me a minute. I figured it out. I was going to go and get a pine cone, because usually they're about the right size. But Mouse made me bring these little citronella candles up. What do you know? The packaging is just the perfect height. Oh, look at that. Spot on. Cover your ears, everybody. Alright, we are making some serious progress now. Super serious. That's my serious face. Back support is now on. So I'm going to do one more back support across the top and then at the front as well. You may also be wondering how the paint is holding up on these bolts after driving them in. And you can see there is a little bit of chipping just right on the corners or right on the edges there, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I've got to do these. But I think that looks better than the zinc plated bolts. Put that on Instagram later. I just came up with a new idea. I'm going to try using the clamps to balance the wood on, and I can clamp it in. We have the main frame all set up, and I'm pretty happy with where this is actually. It's pretty level, pretty plumb. That is kind of where I anticipated to be at the end of today. I've got a couple of things I want to do. First of all, I want to put a brace across the front here, but it'll just help to keep the front legs tethered at the front. We also have to put in some knee bracing and some other cross bracing, and we have to put in the, actually I'm telling you everything, we've got to do everything. What I was thinking for today is maybe we could just do some bracing. Yeah, I have made a mess though, and my brush is right in that far corner. Don't stand in it. No, oh dude, no, don't. I know you think you're helping, buddy, but don't even think about, don't. Top sleeping bunk is all braced. That one looks a bit ugly because of the plank at the back, but it's rustic, so I'm good with that right now. Next step is to put the sleeping slats up there, and that will finish off the upper bunk. Do I do that now? I'm kind of on a roll. Paddy wants his dinner though. You want something to eat, buddy? Yeah. You want some food? Yep, there we go. I got your attention. Let's put this over here for you. There you go. Jeepers! Yeah. So if two of them will hold my weight, then weight spirit across all of them will be okay. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Enough slats on there. And I'm just trying to work out how I can get up there to screw them down. Because I didn't bring a ladder. Oh, I got an idea. I got an idea. Yes. I learned this trick. It's a TikTok hack. And the guy was saying that if you've got a screw and it splits the wood, or it risks splitting the wood, what you can do, instead of pre-drilling, is put it on the driver, but run the driver in reverse, and that creates enough of a, breaks enough of the fibers or something, so that it, then when you put it into forward, it works without splitting it. Let's try it. Reverse. Ooh. Nice. That is the TikTok. Actually, no, it wasn't a TikTok hack. It was on another YouTube channel. It was some guys that are building a cabin, I think. So while I was testing to see if that was actually confirmation bias or not, I did one without backing it off first, and yeah, it split. So then there's this one here which I was positive would split. I did it backwards first and then changed and went forwards. No split. Your mileage may vary. View from the bunk bed. That is a good day's work. I am exactly where I wanted to be at the end of today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bolt or something or a screw into the bunkie wall just to secure the... Actually, it's not too bad. But I'm thinking just to anchor it so that we don't end up with any unfortunate accidents, given that right now this is top heavy. Oh, I should sand that off. The foam is now up there, and I just had a quick crawl up there, and you don't feel the slats at all, which is great. It's a memory foam layer on top of a regular foam. I am going to call it a day, so I will see you tomorrow.
Just under 2 feet, and I'm gonna lay. I just had another idea too, so I'm gonna see how this.
Let's get building. To the supports is just a little bit too short. I think I screwed up. Well, that's pretty cool. One of the challenges with winging it is my tolerances are very slightly off. Is an 1/8 of an inch too big. Ow, 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 ow. Hot. This is the moment of truth.